Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie. I wanted to walk you guys through my new Happy Planner setup. I did switch to the BIG Happy Planner. For me, planning is a very fluid thing. It's like my life. I mean, your life is always changing. Different seasons of your life, you're busier or you're slower. And right now, in the season that we're in, we're just way busier. So I needed more room to write. I had to sit down and think about what was and wasn't working with my old Happy Planner setup. And actually I just watched a video by Rebecca with Rebecca's Roadmap, which I'll link. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll probably put a card at the end of the video so you can watch hers. But it was called, the name of her video was What Planner Should I Get? And she asked some very good questions in that video. So in my last Happy Planner setup, I've already took apart, else I'd show it to you, but I had a section for my catch-all, I had a section for my budget, I had a section for my wellness, and I had a section for my social media. And then of course I had my FlyLady, my meal planning, my passwords, and like extra note paper and that sort of stuff. So what I was finding was the social media, the budget sections weren't really working for me. Like, I either looked at them or I didn't look at them. In fact, I went all of last month without looking at the budget or the social media section. So it was a waste of space, it was a waste of money, and it was a waste of time at the beginning of the month. So I decided to switch over to the BIG Happy Planner. So that is what all of this is. This is my extra inserts. This is all the inserts that are not in my planner that I have. Alright, so I am still doing the getting things done method. So at the very beginning, I've got my beautiful Happiness Blooms cover, which I could not have. So I've got my Year at a Glance, a folder, and this has, which I'm actually going to make a new folder, because this drives me nuts that I have to fold a piece of paper in half. I want it to lay flat. So I will be making another folder that will fit this. I do not know why the Happy Planner did this, but it is what it is. So I got my folder to keep important papers that I need to. That's the other reason why I want to redo this. I sometimes have important papers like applications for things for my kids, because they are both autistic. They're both, they're 15 and 16, so we're coming up on transitioning into adulthood, so I'm having to fill out applications for like the Department of Rehabilitation Services, so they can help them get job training and get a job, various other organizations and so forth, so on and so forth, that's going to help me help them become independent. So I don't want those papers necessarily folded. So I will be making another folder so that those papers can fit in here. And that is another reason why I switched, was so I could keep those papers in my planner and I know where they are and I know where to find them. I just have a dashboard here to get to this section. I am currently reading, like I just started reading, I'm like, I think almost done with chapter 1 of Lunar Abundance. This is the lunar calendar for the northern hemisphere. I guess the intention setting phases of the moon. So I've got that in here, which I guess I'm not really using it right now, but I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, this will probably come in handy. Excuse me. So I went ahead, printed it off, glued it together, and laminated it. My next section is my inbox section, so I am still doing that. I am still keeping everything in here, just jotting it down, got extra paper. I did not, these are ones that were in my classic Happy Planner. I did not rewrite it, and I'm not going to, because this is all going to be thrown away here shortly anyways. More paper. Now the thing that I did, and I'll link my GTD, my Getting Things Done setup video below. I had a next actions list. So if you're not familiar with the getting things done thing, is he says to have an inbox, both physical and, well, I call it physical and mental. So basically a brain dump and a physical, like for all your mail and paperwork and stuff that you need to do. And then putting those into next actions. So like having a list for personal stuff, having a list for errands, having a list for phone calls or emails, or I think he says computer stuff, which there's, you know, I have pros and cons for having a computer thing. But anyhow, I did take that section out because what I found was a lot of times whenever I did my brain dump, and I'll do a video on how I plan, hopefully in the next few days, and get that up sometime next week. But I brain dump everything, and then I go straight to my weekly and start putting that on there and crossing them off. And as you can see, I'm not too good about coming back to even that. So I was putting it into the next actions list in all these little categories, and I wasn't coming back to it. So we'll see how that goes. My next section is waiting ones and / calls. So these are receipts I'm looking for work. So, and then this is my call sheet. I do have a guide down here, but what I'm using is these highlighters from Friction, so that way I can highlight something, highlight it, and then whenever it's done, I can erase it and then mark through it as done. So yeah, that was my thought process, because I was getting lost in what was and wasn't getting done, and what was important and what wasn't really important. So I'm using those to help me with that. More call sheets. I did go ahead and buy the Big Happy Planner ones just because I love these sheets so much. I typically will write out something here and then I'll make notes over here about what I need to do. I did keep my projects section, and I did make these out of the Dollar Tree cutting mats, and this is a quick shoddy job, but whatever. I don't pay it. One of the advantages to Big Planner is it doesn't draw a lot of attention to itself. So this is my project sheet, and I did keep these because I just bought this pack of project inserts. Like this is all I've used out of them. Like out of that pack was what, 3? So I'm not buying more. I'm gonna make myself use these, even though it is sized for the classic. So what I do with my projects is, like, this is a project for my office / bedroom. I use these tabbed sticky notes, do a little brain dump, and then I organize my thoughts onto these sheets. And then I'll obviously break them down into smaller tasks and put them on my daily sheets. I did also keep the someday maybe list, because this was like the best idea ever to me. I don't know why I didn't think about this myself. But that's a good thing to keep for things that I want to do. And then into my monthly. Now here is how I am using my monthly spread. Like I said, I'm going to, my catch-all, my social media, and my budget planner are all going to be in here. So I have everything marked. I don't have my appointments because all my appointments as of today are not set in stone for the month of July, but this will be filled up pretty quick, probably next week sometime. And of course I don't have all my bills because most of my bills are due at the end of the month, and we haven't got those in yet. So because our water bill and our electric bill are all, or you know, within a few days of it, but you know, maybe on the 19th and maybe on the 20th the next month. So anyhow, those aren't on here either. So obviously all my bills dues, and then I've got these for these little tab things here for my videos that I want to post on those days. And I do it like this, so that way, like this here says GTD update. Well, I'm kind of meshing that with my planner setup, so that will be pulled off. Actually, I'm not going to pull it off now because I don't know where I'm going to put it. So anyhow, that'll be pulled off and thrown away. And after I'm done with it, I can just write in when I want. And here is my weekly section. Here's my morning and evening bookmark tab. This has came in handy. I'm not great about doing it still. Baby steps. It's not a habit again yet, but we're working on it. But that's my morning and evening routine bookmark that I like to keep in my weekly section. Let's see here. Oh, this is notes on when I've got a lot of Kindle books that are pre-ordered. So this is notes on when those are. Oh, just a brain dump that I did for things I need to do today and tomorrow. And then my color code for my sleep tracker. And this is something new to my Getting Things Done system, is my daily checklist. So I can go through here and make sure that I am filling out my mood tracker, I'm filling out my energy tracker, I'm filling out my time tracker, and so on and so forth. That way, hopefully, that'll keep me from letting things fall to the side. So we'll see how that works. So this just got implemented. I think I just made this last night. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as to how that is working for me. But I think that will work great for me. Put this back in there before I flip. Alright, so that is that. I'm only keeping the month of July in here for right now. I mean, it's, what is today? Today is the 28th. So, I mean, I don't need August in here just yet. Now, if it was the, you know, what, the 28th of July, then yeah, August will be in here. But right now I don't need it in here. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is this is next week. So I've also got a weekly review in here. I, again, just made this. Haven't even used it yet, so this may change. But that is my little weekly review checklist. I was watching Brandy Michelle. I think it's Brandy Michelle Plans. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel down below, but she uses something similar to this, and the daily checklist too. She uses something similar to these, and that's where I got the idea from. So I only keep 1 month here. I've got my wellness planner. I just bought this today, so nothing has been done to it. I still have no idea how I'm going to use this monthly calendar. We shall see. And since I didn't have it at the beginning of the week, I just pulled some out, an unused page from my classic extension pack. So I want to track my moods and my feelings, like, and when I say feelings, because people are like, well, isn't that the same? I meant like how tired I am, more than feelings. Like, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling extremely tired because I've been really, really tired, and I don't want to say I suffer from depression because I don't feel like I'm suffering from depression at the moment, but I have suffered from depression, and I am tired of people just telling me, doctors and stuff, just telling me, oh, you're just tired because, you know, you're depressed. Well, I'm not sad. Like, I've been happy the past few days. Have I been stressed? Yeah, well, my life is high stress. So I'm like, it's not just depression. I don't know what it is, but anyhow. Off topic, sorry about that. So this is my little mood tracker color codes and my feelings. So I'm just doing if I feel good, if I'm tired, or if I'm extremely tired. And when I say extremely tired, I mean I'm so tired I cannot hold my head up or see straight anymore. So there's that, and I am tracking what I'm eating. Let's see, I've got a little list here. So I wanted to track my meditation. I wanted to start meditating more, so I wanted to put that on here. how to my mood, my trackers, what I ate. I think that's it. I wanted to start doing some yoga again and maybe walking. But baby steps, we're going to start small and work our way up. So there's 1 month of my fitness tracker here, and I do want to use this. I don't usually utilize these dashboards in the Happy Planner just because, like in the regular one, I just don't feel like it's stuff that I want. Like, it's not stuff that I'm going to, where is it? Here's the one from the BIG Farmhouse one. Birthdays, that's on my monthly spread. I don't really see the point of listing it here. Important, like, I don't know. Currently, you know, I just, this isn't stuff that I track. So, whatever, it is what it is. But I am going to start using it for the wellness, because this, you know, it gives a place for goals, what's inspiring me, how I'm strengthening myself, how I'm nurturing myself. And that's what I want to do. So my goals here, and then I want to write out like my action steps on how I'm going to feed my mind, body, and soul. And I love that they have it split up like that, because yeah, I just love the way that they have that set up. So I've only got 1 month of that in there. Excuse me. And then the next section is my Tristan section. Tristan is the youngest of my two, and he also he's been having a lot of behavioral issues and, I don't know, a lot of issues here lately. So, excuse me, I'm trying to track all of that, which I've not done a great job in the month of June. So, this weekend I'm going to sit down and really work on this section and really get it up to date, because there was an incident that happened this day. I don't remember, we had a doctor's appointment one of these days, and she changed some medicines around. What else? As I say, and I know he didn't sleep 1 or 2 days in here, so I want to write all that down in here, so that we can keep track of it, because I do take his binder with us to doctor's appointments and stuff, and that actually helped determine what medication, like this last, I think it was the 19th, that we had the doctor's appointment, and I actually took his binder with us, and we sat down and we looked at it. When was the last time the medication was changed? What issues has he been having? What time of day? That sort of thing, and that determined what medication to be changed. So we are going to keep that, and like I said, once I get this updated, then I will probably take it out and put it in his binder, and then I will set up July for his stuff. Now the next section that I have is my social media section, and how I plan on using this is more for lists, and so I want to keep track of like different YouTubers that I like to track. I do have a OneNote notebook that I keep a lot of stuff in, because it's online and I can, how do I put this? So if you're not familiar with OneNote, you can actually take, like, especially YouTube, the URL, you can take that, paste it into OneNote, and give OneNote a few seconds, and next thing you see is an actual, like, video. You can actually watch their video from OneNote. So let's say you're, I don't know, we just put up a fence, so let's use that as an example. Let's say you're researching what's the best way to put up your fence in your backyard, because you've never done that before. Well, I'd never done that before. So you can do a whole thing, and you can link several people's videos in there. So, and, you know, right next to it, you know, oh, I like the way that they did this, or the way they did this looked great, or something like that, and have all that information in one place. So I do have that also. Once I figure out how to record those videos, I will, because I love my OneNote. So I have a list of video ideas. I have some channel revamp ideas. I've been looking at things, how to make my channel better. I've been looking up stuff for, you know, making my videos come up in search more easily and those sorts of things. So I'm using this as like a note section, just a little thing to jot down things. And then I've got a list of people who I like to watch for different things. So that is that section. The next section I want to start a different type of business online, which I haven't started really working on yet. So that was notes for that. Again, I don't know how many actual notes I'm going to use for that. Excuse me. But I do want just a place to jot down things. And since my planner is usually with me, I thought that was a great place to keep that. And then I have my FlyLady section. We'll see. We'll probably redo this as these are her things. We go to FlyLady.net and click on like zone cleaning and detailed cleaning list or something. These are the ones that you will pull up off of her site. I just copied them off the PDF and put them into Word so that I could have one big document. And then it was, excuse me, then I could tell my printer to print it double-sided. And I just printed them out double-sided and excuse me again, laminated them. I'm not sure, because I know I want to start putting my zone cleaning back on my weekly spread, and I'm not sure how I want to do that just yet. But as soon as I figure that out, you'll probably see them in one of my plan with me's, and what way is going to be the best for me. The next section that I have, since there's nothing written in it, is my password section. And this is the insert that I'm using for that, or the printable I'm using for that. I will link below where I got this printable. I just printed it double-sided so I could have multiple. But that, yeah, because there's websites that I go to that I use, but I only use them occasionally. Or I don't know, let's say I use them on different devices or whatever, and for whatever reason I have to change it on one device, and so then I have to go update that on my 5 other devices. So that's what that's for. And I do keep this with me. Since this planner doesn't typically leave my house, that's okay. If it does leave my house, I will take this out. Well, it depends on where I'm going to. If I'm just going to work, like, I'll leave this in my planner. Probably shouldn't tell that on YouTube, but whatever. And then this is my extra section, my extra sheets section. So this is all my little note pages and my project planning sheets and stuff like that, and my so much to do pages. And then this is actually something I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I've actually thought about doing more time blocking, and these are going to come in handy for that. I'm actually planning on using these on the really busy days where I really need to focus and get a lot of stuff done, to time block my days. And then the other things that I'm planning on using is insert the sticker rolls with and the productivity book. But the sticker rolls that have the schedule sticker roll box set, these are great for time blocking. So I'll be using these a lot. I'm gonna just show you guys a couple of these if you're not familiar. You know, these are the ones that come in so that one, I'm trying to think, what's the other one? Oh, this purple one. You know what? Actually, I think I got a brand new box. Yeah, I got a brand new box. So it's that one, this one, which is almost gone, the little purple one, and then I don't know. I thought this was kind of random. I really could live without this in there. Is these appointment stickers, and I've got almost a whole roll of these appointment stickers. And these, I really could use less of those appointment stickers and more some different types of these. And then these little hexagon stickers, which I do like, but I don't use them as much either. So anyhow, I plan on using these as tools in my planner to, like I said, time block some of my time to try to keep me on track with different things in my life. We shall see how that works, because I'm not the best. So, oh my goodness, my sticker rolls are a hot mess over here. Put that away. And then at the very back, I don't have this labeled, but I do have a place for stickers. So here's, oh, I did get these from the Boho Berry. I actually bought a bunch of the digital planner stuff because I was trying digital planning for like 2 weeks. Short-lived. But anyhow, these were on the digital planning tracker set, and I just redid them and put them into a Word document and printed them out on sticker paper. And then extra sticker sheets for that, and then my monthly sticker sheet. And then just a scratch piece of paper and some more dashboards. And that is it for that. I did also want to point out, like, I do not have any, well, I have one on top tab, which may actually get changed. But I do not have any, other than that, I do not have any top tabs. They're all bottom tabs. And the reason for that is because when I'm using my planner, it is typically laying out somewhere, usually to the side of my workstation, flipped open like this. So whenever I need something, I don't see the top tabs. I'm just like filling around for them and hoping I got the right place. So I thought it would be better to put them on the bottom, and then I can see them and actually get to the place that I actually need to be more easily. So that is my thinking on that. As far as like keeping my planner out to where I can see it, I am actually looking for a book stand that will hold this, you know, up like this, like on my countertop or on my desk, or somewhere where if I'm not actively using it, I can have it propped up to where I can see it. But like I said, I'm in search of something like that as we speak. All right, well, I think that covers it. Like I said, I will be putting a card up for Rebecca's Roadmap up in the corner here. I think that's the corner. It might be that corner. I don't know. Up in the cards. For the what planner should I get video that she did, because she asked some very good questions in there, and she pointed out some very good things, which I thought was very useful. So I'll link that up there in the cards, and I'll link the other videos in the description box. Until next time, bye.